Thank you, Director. And I know my colleagues will have more questions, so I'm going to defer to them. There's one other matter I wanted to raise, though, and that's the...
In the case in San Bernardino, the judge, the federal judge, has ordered the maker of the phone to do two things. That is, disable the auto erase function on the phone so that if the FBI is trying to guess the passcode to the phone, it doesn't automatically delete the contents, essentially, after the 10th try. And second, to disable the delay between tries function so that if we're going to try to guess the code, it doesn't take years and years and years, but instead we're able to do it in minutes or in hours, and to do that through the remote pulsing of codes to the phone.
Deeply concerned that as the size of the tumor in Syria and Iraq...
What are the costs associated with moving to a world of universal strong encryption? There's tons of benefits. I love encryption. I love privacy. And when I hear corporations saying, we're going to take you to a world where no one can look at your stuff, part of me thinks, that's great. I don't want anybody looking at my stuff. But then I step back and say, you know, law enforcement, which I'm part of, really does save people's lives, rescue kids, rescue neighborhoods from terrorists, and we do that a whole lot through court orders that are search warrants, and we do it a whole lot through search warrants of mobile devices.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As the chairman alluded to in his opening statement, there's a lot of education that's going to be taking place about Section 702. And
this is the hardest question I've seen in government, and it's going to require negotiation and conversation. But I've been very keen to keep the Bureau out of the policymaking business. I think we have two roles in this context. One is in the cases. We must do a competent investigation following the murder of 14 people in San Bernardino, and we will, and we'll use whatever lawful tools are available to us. But in the larger conversation, I think our role is just to make sure folks understand what are the costs associated with moving to a world of universal strong encryption.
Mr. Westmoreland is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank all of you for being here. Excuse my voice. Director Comey, this warrant that you went to...
I want to be sure people understand no demons in this dispute or the larger dispute. Apple's been very cooperative. We just got to a place where they were not willing to offer the relief that the government was asking for. One thing I had to add, Mr. Miller, is reasonable people could and did argue about how important the telephone metadata collection was. This is not even a close call.